Dear friends, ecosystem DigiU is here. Ognev Alexey is here. Today we have a webinar and we will talk about a lot of interesting and important topics. Last week with Boris, we demonstrated EYWA operation. We talked about our achievements and about difficulties in the market and about EYWA Mainnet launch. And now all the attention is on this Mainnet launch. EYWA is our first potential unicorn. This event is really important. Today, with Alexander E., CSPO of DigiU ecosystem, we will discuss this topic, EYWA launch in Mainnet. We will discuss the development of venture fund, and the most importantly, for the most of you is Snapshot. It is an event that will take place on 10th of October when all the investors will get tokens of EYWA. So now we are waiting for Alexander E. join to us and we will start our discussion. And before it, I ask you to write your questions in the chat concerning this webinar, concerning this topic of the webinar, to make you get the answers of the questions you're interested in. So today our webinar is interpreted in many languages. Today we have 2 more languages, in Indonesian and Vietnamese. So please write your questions in a clear way. Alexander, hello. Hello, colleagues, dear friends, colleagues, partners. Glad to be here with you. Today I'm in Dubai and I'm ready to share with you with the recent events. Great! So let me lead our discussion to make our audience clear our speech. So the first, EYWA in Mainnet launch. As I said in the beginning, everybody are concerned on this. Concentrated, sorry. So in your opinion, why this launch in Mainnet so important? Well, in simple terms, in Mainnet launch means launch of the product. Everything we did before looks like we have no product, and after Mainnet launch, it looks like we have a product. And it is a big milestone. We are developing this product already 1.5 years. This product is really complicated, and finally we are launching this product into market where a lot of money are concentrated, and it is really important. And in the moment of product launching, we have another stage of the product and project developing. And we can say that before Mainnet launch, we have a kind of seed stage, and after it, A round stage. this product is operating, it needs money for marketing, and the value is quite different because the team proved that it is able to face and solve the problems. And I can say that we have planned to launch this product earlier. We plan to do it in spring this year, but the product is really complicated and we needed a lot of security demands, and that's why we didn't want to risk and secure this product, not to allow anybody to break our product in the first months after launching. So this is the answer. Yeah, this is clear. And we understand. So concerning venture fund, what is the situation now concerning venture fund? How difficult it is? And why without venture funds it is not possible to create a unicorn? So I'll start from the beginning. So what is the situation now on venture market? Talking about crypto venture market, it is a bit different from the classical one. The situation is that about 90% of funds are not investing due to different causes. Some of them don't have money for investing. Some of them invested a lot when the crypto market raised, invested to projects that are experiencing losses now. And classical funds demonstrate reports and show how much these assets cost that they invested. And they show their losses. And every fund has investing. Not with thousands of investors, but less amount of investors. And investors don't want to invest now because of these losses. They are awaiting for more favorable conditions. There are funds that are continuing to fund. They are mostly the ones that have not allocated their funds that they have created. They have been created recently, and the picking up of the projects are really slow and tough. It's really difficult to choose these projects. The specialists check everything, every documents of these projects. So the situation is quite difficult now, but we are gladly close to launching. But we need funds to launch EYWA to Mainnet. For audition, we need 200,000. But we need 2 audits. We need great funds to have advertising, worldwide advertising. We need a lot of money to participate in conferences because we have partnerships there with other projects and communicating with funds, because the personal contacts create more close communicating and trust. Okay, what was the other question? The question was like why we cannot create unicorn without venture fund. Venture fund is smart money. Unfortunately, we live in the world where everybody are oriented on some names. We are listening on some names, recommendations from our friends, for example. So people and other investors and partners, they look who invested in this product. And secondly, funds have a large network of contacts. They can represent us to other projects. And it's not like email contacts. Now, here it is a like recommendation hand to hand. And it is the more shorter way to have a partnership and have some deals. Also, funds have additional funding. So now I had a meeting with the first fund that invested in EYWA. He was really great. The representative of this fund was really great. Glad to hear our results. And it is really good when startup coped with some difficulties, and it is a representative when some project met some problems and faced it and solved. And this fund's representative said that he's ready to provide liquidity to our cross-chain exchange, because we need liquidity to make it possible for people to exchange liquidity. And funds are able to help such problems. So venture fund and crypto market funds are really little teams. For example, you are working in a construction sphere. Wait a minute. Okay, Alexander is solving some problems. But now I want to underline that Alexander is explaining now very important things. You're listening to a person who has a lot of meetings every day. So Alexei, are you here? Okay, let's continue. Okay, I started to say that venture fund, venture market, and this so-called team is really little. Everybody knows each other. For example, you are working in some construction sphere. You know your competitors. You know your suppliers and suppliers of your competitors. And here it is the same. We are professionals of this market and we know each other. And funds allow us to integrate and get acquainted with other players. And one recommendation from fund allows us to to save a lot of money. So when fund says, I invested in this project, it will cost not a lot of money. Just an example. But if the great funds invest multi-coin, for example, it is a kind of sign that everything in which they are investing become a great big projects like Google, etc. So, okay, I think this is really clear for our audience. And it is really interesting that this feedback from the market. And it was interesting that the first fund that invested in EYWA, and he said that our results are really good. And this is inspiring. Okay, let's in simple terms explain what else we should do before EYWA mainnet launch. What are the steps now? Okay, well, in approximately 2 weeks from technical side, everything will be ready. And there will be a full version of EYWA in Mainnet. And for it, we will need some days, and approximately 25th or 26th of December, everything will be ready. I have birthday on 26th of December, and I will be happy to see EYWA in Mainnet at that date. So we need to test adding of liquidity, canceling of liquidity, and other things. So I think that we need about a week for this. So we will test this. We will test how pool and the liquidity are equaling and other technical things. After this, auditing is launching. Third-side companies will check our product. There are some competitors of hackers. They are trying to hack. And auditors are mostly the winners of such events, of such competition. We planned to make it in 3 weeks, but we have a lot of codes, and it will take 6 weeks. And this sphere is really soft. We are working with liquidity, with a big amount of liquidity. So security demands are really high, and we need funds about $100,000. And we will launch audits, and approximately to the middle of December, we will have audit report, and they will say, we have found some breaches, or they will say everything is okay. So there always something that auditors find, and maybe we will have to solve it. Maybe we will need 2 more weeks or something. And after this, we will put liquidity into it. We think it will be about $2,000 or $3,000. It will allow us to decentralized exchange. And it is alpha version in Mainnet. This is the first stage. And we will launch back bounty. What does it mean? What does it mean? Auditors will give their conclusion, and we will ask all the hackers of the world to hack our product, and we will pay for it. And some separate person, maybe developers, they'll try to do it. And we will have a reward for it in EYWA tokens. For EYWA, security is more important than date of launch. And you've seen how many breaks were this year, and we believe that security is much more important than a fast launch. And after back bounty program, in about a month, we will launch testnet of our second part of the product, and we will put liquidity of $1 million. Then 5 and 10 million. It will be a beta version, and there we will have a great work with integration with 1inch, and a lot of partners are waiting for our launching. We have an agreement with Brave. It's like Google Chrome, who has a lot of millions of users, and we are negotiating with Pancakes, Paraswap, the greatest blockchain exchangers, and we will integrate with them. And after that, we will develop our product in big scales. Okay, you answered really clearly. So you said about the closest steps and several steps forward. Okay, and that's great that EYWA is only one of the products that we develop and create. And to the second part of our webinar, I would like to talk about our venture fund. And let's talk about digital avatar. It is like a result of our action that we demonstrated in Roadshow. And now, to make it clear for our audience what is the product, we will demonstrate our digital avatar now. So it will be the first time that we demonstrate my digital avatar. He will talk in English.
Hi friends, although I look like Alexei Ognev, I am just his digital copy. My tasks are defined by man, and every day the range of these tasks grows. I can speak the same language as you. My original can do that. I am not limited to Vietnamese, Russian or French. I can give speeches all over the world and people will understand me. I can be present in many places at the same time. give presentations, give lectures, pass information. My original can do that. Right now I am here in your world, the real world. But soon we will see a digital space, a metaverse, in which the digital copy of the personality will become much more important. A digital identity in digital space is a new world for all humanity. A new era. You will be able to travel through metaspace, communicate with other people, learn, build a business and much more. Thanks to your digital avatars. See you in the metaverse.
Okay, what we have seen here and listened to. This was digital avatar. Thanks to this product, I talked about 10 minutes. I was digitalized, and after it, I talked during about 40 minutes in English. I didn't understand this text, frankly speaking. This text was technical and really difficult for me. But as you see, it didn't affect the result. When I listened to this avatar, I thought this voice is mine. So this was my visual avatar. And maybe in some time we will have a webinar with this avatar. We will not need any translators, interpreters. He will talk in any language. So this product we've seen this idea, we created this idea maybe in several months ago. So Alexei, please tell about projects that we choose for venture funding. Okay, talking about digital avatars, now about 5 significant teams and market are trying to develop such things. It is great. It shows that it is a trend, and more players will try to make such thing. And I'm sure that such technology we will integrate into our life. For example, we have a navigator. We trust it because navigator uses artificial intelligence too. But before it, we used paper maps. And soon we will use this digital avatar and we will trust it. And emotions and intonations will be more detailed in time. And this project is in our conception. We are going to our big goal. We are building metaverse. We will use digital money, digital avatars. We will use it in technological things that we do something in real life and your digital avatars repeat after you in a metaverse. So now we are communicating with Alexei in Google Meet, and you see this image of myself. And in digital metaverse, you would see me not just an image, but like on the scene, for example. Okay, it is somehow different in real life as we regard as real life and what is in metaverse. But soon there will be no difference between real life and digital, we will not understand what is reality. Now we have reality and real life and digital life, but soon there will be one life, and there will be no difference between these two worlds. Everything we can image will be reality. That's why this is one of puzzle of our big metaverse, our large ecosystem. EYWA is like a fund for decentralized solutions. What does it mean? We want to do so that this metaverse is for all the people. It is not correct that Google belongs to some investors or some person. They can earn millions and billions of dollars, but people earn none. No money from this, Google, for example. We want to make these technologies profit to every person and ease our life. We want to get a figure of 1 billion people. And sometimes it's easier to go to venture funds that have a lot of money. But the system of fund allocation would be different. From oil and gas use and other things, resources. But okay, at least digital technologies. This topic is kind of philosophical, but talking about our things, we want to collect and build such metaverse with different projects. For example, if there is one project as digital avatar, it is a result of two products. From DigiU.Vision, which allow us to digitalize person and create a video, and speech technologies that allows to generate voice from text. So when we have a lot of such digital products, we can integrate one to another and create this metaverse. Why these technologies are developing so fast? Because developers don't build anything from null. They take one product and create another. So there are hundreds, there are thousands of people and ideas that are trying to change this world and create something new. And from these thousands, only one from 100, from 1,000 will manage to create something. And we understand that we will not be able to develop everything on our own. We want that these technologies and technologies belong to billions of people. And we want people know about such product, because everybody are making their own things. We should earn money, we should feed our children, but if we don't think about it, future will not be changed. And it is important where we are going, and it is important to know what technologies are developing now. And this is a question no over dozens of years. It is important to know it for our children because they will live in this world. And through our venture fund, we want to invest in this product. Just like other people, just like other funds, and to make part of this product belong to other people, ordinary people, so that they can somehow influence on this. So that people can come to Google and say, let's switch off this advertising, for example. So is it clear? Yes, that's really clear. And you also touched such important topics as fund allocation and the worldwide situation. So your answer is much more deeper as question. So, apart from the fact that we understand where are we going and what is the evolution of digital technologies, we understand it. And when communicating with such startups and teams, what problems you face and our venture fund face? So the main problem, well, look, we have everything. I mean, DigiU ecosystem and the team and investors. We have everything to make successful venture fund. We have a flow of the projects because we know everybody. We also advise some projects, and some of them ask to get acquainted with each other, with our partners, for example. And we understand that it is not possible to make it on our own. Every member of our team have a lot of negotiations and teams. And we have a lot of meets every day. And we have one problem, lack of money. Well, I communicate with projects. We have a venture fund, we can invest. We have great condition, for example, at the beginning, 5%, 300,000. And it is potential unicorn. This project can cost billions. And $300,000 can be a billion in 3 or 5 years. And we don't have such money. And maybe I look a bit silly that when I talk that we want to invest, but we have such money. But we have a lot of projects to invest in. So this is the problem. And we are discussing with the help of yours, if you understand that you can become a co-owner of such large projects and product that will influence our life in future, and tell your friends, and then we'll have enough money to become investors of such products. And we can create accelerator and give some support apart from funding. And we have everything for it. And in this case, part of funds, if the flow of money will be increased, part of money will be allocated for venture fund, and you will see that every month there will be new product in the ecosystem that invested, and the period will be not like years as we had EYWA first year and the second product the next year. It will be faster, and we want to attract teams to our ecosystem that want to create, but they need conditions. At least they need money, and they need some pieces of advice, and we need some contacts and communications with other partners, and we can do this, and everybody will be a co-owner over a large amount of such products. So if money flow will be increased, so every month there will be one or two products in the ecosystem. You will understand that there will be new digital avatar, like you move, and inside a virtual metaverse, your avatar repeats after you. And I'm really interested in this. We can digitalize the reality with the help of making video, and on a base on one video we have part of digital reality, and the more videos, the more detailed digital reality is, and people can earn because these data are needed by some large companies, and for example by architectures, by brands that want to place some advertising. And to invest in this product we need money, we need funds. Every day you will hear that we have such results, we will have such achievements, we have partnerships with such partners, and that's really cool, and we are all co-owners of these products. I think that's incredible. This is really, really cool. I hope that we will do it soon. Yes, that's not only cool, that's really, really cool, I would say. And in 2019, we reflected it in our vision. So that every year, every month, every day, there will be more and more products. And having worldwide trust with our expertise added to crowd investing, classical venture element of funding, we can come to the point that we can move further to venture funding and have a connect of crowd investing and classical funds. And we need to attract these cool technological startups and technological teams and become co-owners of theirs and get earnings, get profit from venture funds. So I think it is clear why we want to find startups and become the co-owner of them. I think that soon we will make so that we visualize this process for our partners, and maybe we will create kind of roadmap of our venture fund, and you will understand what are percents and what money are allocated for such startups, and you will see the jurisdiction, what are the shares of some startups. And this work is really important. We have already started it, and soon you will see the results. So I understand, and I think that this is clear. And let's move forward. Well, information about Snapshot. This event will take place on 10th of October after price increase, and the result of this event will be part of tokens allocation through all the investors of ecosystem DigiU. This is long-awaited event, and we were asked to do this, and we are going close to this event. And as we said, we will announce sum of tokens, and everybody can count how many tokens you will receive. So I will announce some information now. Firstly, rules. How these tokens are allocated. They are really simple. You will get tokens if you are investors in DigiU. If you have only gift shares, you will not get tokens. Also, if you get installment and you have cancelled installment, at least one payment was cancelled, you will not receive tokens. So please check that in your account there are no overdue installments. This is really important. Then, if you had one-off installment cancelled, you will not receive tokens on the shares of this installment. So there is a new push button on your personal account. Check installments. It's easy. So on 4th of October, we counted how many tokens we can allocate. And the figure was about 125 million of tokens can be allocated. And from about 200,000 shares. So you see, that's easy, and you have time to make payments, to recover cancelled installments, and we will allocate how many tokens? Alexander? Well, this question is still discussed a bit, but I think that you will say it more correctly. Okay. It is 5 million EYWA tokens will be allocated on this snapshot. This amount is really significant, and if we look at the cost of tokens, so this cost is quite different on different rounds. The maximum cost is 10 cents. So let's count. The sum is 500,000. And this sum is really big, significant. So I ask, please relate to this really serious. If you want to get these tokens, please follow the rules and tell your friends about these rules. Check they paid their installments and enjoy tokens of EYWA. Well, okay, that was the all information. Okay, I want to add and explain the logic of this allocation. So, there are investors that are with us from the very beginning, and they will be included in all the allocations. In some time, we will allocate 10% more. 5 million tokens is about 10% of all the tokens of DigiU. And in some time, people that invested before 10th of October will be included in another allocation. In some time, we will allocate another 5 million tokens. And I think that it is correct because those who invested earlier, they will get more. And people will have motivation to join our ecosystem and become a co-owner of the whole ecosystem DigiU. That's cool, that's correct. And I think that's right. And I announced like this in the last webinars. And we keep our words. So we have a lot of tokens. Please check that your installments are paid. And now you can approximately calculate how many tokens you will get. Of course, the sum will be approximate, but you can calculate. We have 4 days left. Okay, I've seen a question about exact time. That's easy. On 10th of October, on 23 p.m., on 11 p.m., we will have Snapshot. So now you have a possibility to get new packages and participate in Snapshot. We will get additional information on our networks, social networks. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you, Alexandra, for joining us. Thank you and goodbye.